What's happening, baby?
You want to shush that?
No, I got us up in the background. You know, you got to make sure it works, right?
My love.
So happy Saturday night, and happy Saturday night to you.
Happy Saturday night to you, handsome man. I know it looks like I'm drinking something without booze in it.
Right.
But I'm not. This is the last. Oh, not actually, it's not quite the last. It's my old granddad 114 and vanilla green tea and bourbon honey.
Which is pretty badass.
So cheers, y'all.
Yeah, cheers. Happy Saturday. I'm excited because we have such a cool lineup of people that are joining us tonight.
I know you've really wrangled us a cool group of friends to hang out with.
A group of characters.
Indeed. Same as what we've got hanging out in the chat there too.
That's right. We have, I see Mike from Lottery of Life, Charles Ashworth out there. I see that we have Wes Haven, of course. We have Matt. I saw Ganna there earlier. Am I missing anyone? I think I got everyone. And Mad Kiwi, of course.
Mad Kiwi.
Right?
Hey, y'all.
So a bunch of people already saying hi in the chat. Awesome to see you. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up our first guest.
I think you should, because I'm super excited.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I think a lot of people will know this guy.
Well, I hope so.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, Mr.
Great to see
Bobby
you.
Blaze. I am so excited to be talking to you face to face finally.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm such a fan and friend. I'm a friend of the show, you know. So, hey, you just
we've known you on Twitter for how long now?
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my shot. You all just had one, so here's my shot. Thank you. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers.
Got a cold beer over here, but I'm gonna have a shot with you.
Awesome.
Knock that back.
There we go. Woo.
And what are you drinking, Bobby?
Oh, well, I'm not drinking bourbon tonight. I was tempted. But I because once you talked to me, I've got like 2 shots of wild turkey in a cabinet in there. That was a 100 proof vodka actually shot. And then I've been drinking some Miller Lite. I'm a Miller Lite guy.
Very nice. Yeah.
You know my favorite kind of beer? Free beer.
Free beer. Two kinds. There's free and cold.
Oh yeah, cold. Yeah. No, I've had a couple beers. And, I put my shot back, waiting to have that with you guys, and just a pleasure to be here and nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm just getting used to these glasses. I've had them, but I can't see shit with them. I can't see shit without them.
I don't blame you. And Bobby, we're going to bring up the rest of the panel along with us. We're going to have a blast, just having a virtual happy hour tonight, just shooting the shit. So
yeah,
let's bring up our next guest, which is a good comedian friend of mine that I hung out with out in New York, and he was kind enough to take me to all the cool places. And that's Mr. Dave Hodge.
Hey,
how you
there.
doing, Hodge?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah.
And lady.
That's right, Dave.
Right on.
More importantly, lady.
Yeah, another person I've known forever and never talking to face to face.
That's fair. I'm always leaving weird comments on your videos.
I know. I feel like, we're going to have a very weird conversation tonight, but that's good.
That would be a good thing, yes.
Well, you have to remember, he's a comedian and he can't work right now, so he's got all these jokes saved up, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it means he can't be trusted.
No. I just wanted to join you guys in the drink tonight. That's why I was a little delayed there walking around.
Nice.
I felt left out of the happy hour.
Yeah.
I got pretty lit up with Dave out in New York when we went to those comedy clubs.
That's true.
We had a couple of cocktails in us.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm going to bring it. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm going to bring up our next panelist, and this is one of my favorite YouTubers. We watch his channel all the time, but he hasn't been on in a while. I don't know why. He's got nothing but free time right now, so I'm going to bust his balls with that. But it's our good friend, Swami, from Malted Montreal channel. What's up, buddy?
Cheers, sir.
Swami.
How you doing? Feel like a little fish in a big pond right now. Some big names all up with me here.
You're talking about me, right?
No, he's talking about me. Duh.
I'm talking about Rob Schneider's stunt double. Yes.
Yeah. So, what are you drinking tonight, Swami?
I got two things. I'm drinking right now an Amroot Fusion, which is 50% ABV Indian single malt.
Nice.
So and I've also got a beer as well. I'm double fisting. I got St. Ambroise Stout, Montreal microbrewery.
How is it that everybody who comes on with us is double fisting?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not a problem. It's just the norm.
are they just afraid they've got to keep up with us somehow? I mean, is that how
I
they
don't
do
know.
it?
I have
I
no
want to
idea.
make believe I could do that.
Well, good
My
luck to
second
y'all.
fist has an energy drink, so there we go.
Very cool.
All right.
Hey, we have one final panelist that we're bringing up, and this is just a good friend of ours that we've met on Twitter. That we do a lot of karaoke back and forth. He's got the hottest wife on Twitter outside of me. I'm sorry, Fred.
Well,
Outside.
Yeah. So this is our good friend Fred. Fred, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me on here.
Oh, our
Oh,
pleasure.
Our pleasure. So glad
Fred.
to see you.
And I'm
Like
really
Swami.
sorry about Fred's Canadian accent.
Why are you
Hey.
sorry? He's got to live with it.
Yeah.
Just like I do with this Southern accent, I got to live with it, you know.
Well, actually, Fred, I'm busting his stones, but he's actually from Tulsa. So
There you go.
Yeah, like Swami said, I feel like a little fish in the ocean over here with y'all, this panel you got going on. So I don't know what kind of content I'm going to be able to share with you, but I am going to have some drinks with you and laugh at your jokes and maybe come up with a couple of my own along the way. So it's nice to,
There we go.
be with y'all. I appreciate you having me.
hey, cheers, buddy.
Nice.
Cheers.
Yeah. I love that you're hosting this because I don't have to do anything.
She
I just get
doesn't have
drink.
to do shit for a change. She loves these Saturdays because she's just like, okay, here's my cup, here's my
Yeah,
bourbon.
I can just sit here and drink and listen to y'all talk. I love it.
So I did have a couple questions for Bobby because we've, as I said, we have known Bobby on Twitter and through his books, and he's been listening to your podcast for a while now, so we've kind of just gotten to know him online. But he does tons of conventions. So those of you that don't know Bobby Blaze was part of the WWF for quite a few years, and also the Rocky Mountain Circuit too, right?
Yeah, Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Smoky Mountain.
Close enough, it's a damn mountain, you know.
Yeah, it's one of those damn mountains. I knew it.
Yeah. So, I appreciate you guys having me on here, man. I'm just like you guys. Hey, I live my dream, and now I'm just an old fat man that drinks a lot of beer and some a few shots in between, and love getting on. Going out and meeting people. Of course, we can't do it now. We're all, everyone know we're social distancing drinking here
Yeah.
under these times. But hey, I was with WWF for a little while, with WCW, and they got bought out by, of course, eventually it's WWE. That's back in the day, but I was more regional. I worked up in Canada, out in the Maritimes, out that area, all over the U.S., most of the Smoky Mountain area. I've been to a lot of different places. I got to go to Australia, South Africa, I said all over Canada, a little bit of Mexico, England, and Japan. I went to Japan 5 times. I like that. But that's a younger man. I lived another life, man. I'm just wearing a different hat now with old gray hair.
Well, you're wearing the writer's hat now. You have how many books out? Is it 3, 4?
I've got 2 full books, and then I've got like 4 books that I consider short stories, but they're 25 to 40 pages, just short stories. But Yeah, I've got a couple good books. I don't know if they're good. I said that because people tell me they are, but the first one's called Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boost Will Travel. It's just a memoir about my life in wrestling, how I got into it, and this and that. My second book, and I'm not here to plug books. I'm just, bullshit. So please.
Walk away.
No, it's okay, really. I'm just saying my second book come out with, it's called The Educational, I kicked out on 2, The Educational Wrestler. And it's just a couple years old. It's more about my life outside of wrestling. Once you get a little bit older and, things wind down in one field and you try to make it to another field. And it's just about living life. It's about, there's a lot of stories in there, depending on what you like, but I like, strippers, escorts, drinking, things I've done in my life, and I end both books with, hey, no regrets,
Well, I think that's stuff we all have in common here.
Yeah, of course, man. And it's just about living, that's all.
It doesn't strippers and wrestling just go perfectly hand in hand?
Oh, absolutely, man. They're all working for money. I don't even. They're just working for their money. They're earning it, and I'm one of these guys. I used to not think this way, but as I got a little bit older and a little more worldly and stuff, I'd rather rent than buy. So you know what? After about an hour, I'm not paying you to get in the fucking car. I'm paying you to get the fuck out the car.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Absolutely.
And prior to what's going on with this going on in the world right now, when we was having some contact, I had my sex life down to about 20 minutes. And 15 minutes of it was me talking your ass into the car, me getting a condom on. And the 30 seconds was in between, and then the last few minutes is get the fuck out after I paid you, bitch. Okay, so we got a comedian here. Turn it over, because I'm not the comedian. I'm the wrestler. I'm not the comedian, but go with it,
It's all about sex and cars, right?
Yeah, Hodge, you know all about sex and cars.
Unfortunately, yeah. What have you heard, though? Oh, my God.
Oh,
I usually say it takes me about a half an hour, and 20 minutes of that is the apology afterwards. So.
Yeah, and then cleaning off the walls.
Yeah, cleaning out the walls, yeah. A bit of a lawn sprinkler.
Mayonnaise cannon.
Yeah, the mayonnaise cannon. Gets away from me sometimes.
But no, as you can tell, I like meeting people and having fun, and I'm glad we're having a drink. Actually, I had my shot for everyone else to come on, so let's all I'm gonna have my first drink of my next beer. So thank you guys very much. It's nice meeting everyone. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's great. So now Swami, he's up in Canada. He's up in Montreal. And
all right, man.
Yeah. How's that been going, man? I heard it's starting to turn into a little bit of a micro epicenter, if you will.
Yeah, it's the New York of Canada, but it's growing exponentially now every 2 days. We're up to 6,800 cases. Like literally on Wednesday, we were at 2,000 cases. So it seems to be jumping up like 2,000 every 3 days or something like that.
Wow.
We're waiting to see it. Right now, this morning, I went for a ride on my motorcycle, and I'm figuring it's going to probably be one of my last rides I'm going to be able to do, because I have a feeling they're going to quarantine the island pretty soon and not let us get out. I don't know. It's going to be serious. I don't know what else to say, but it's life. Hopefully, it'll get over soon. From what I'm hearing in England, it's starting to drop down. California is starting to drop down. New York is starting to supposedly dropping down. So I think it's hitting its peak, and we should start seeing some gradual downturn, hopefully soon.
Yeah. Our big problem is New Orleans just started up, and we're moving out there in a few weeks.
Yeah,
and we're
we got like 6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can't postpone that. So we'll just fingers crossed.
No,
and,
our lease is up. The truck is showing up. I mean, we got to go.
We'll just wear body condoms. We're cool.
Where at on Long Island or New York City?
You're talking about to Dave? Dave's actually in Jersey, but he does all his comedy in Jersey and New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what part of Jersey? Are you Central or are you South Jersey? I forgot.
All right. Well, I hate saying Central Jersey because I never believed in it. It's a myth for a bunch of these people that moved down from North Jersey. They're like, no, we're not one of these pineys. We're not one of these hillbillies down South Jersey. We're Central Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, listen, my whole life, anytime we went south of the Raritan River, which is no factor to you, but once you went past there, which I'm literally 5 miles past there right now, you're South Jersey. So I'm South Jersey, and I hate saying that part. Central Jersey was fucking make-believe.
So you're closer to Philadelphia than you are New York then, right?
No, I'm 5 minutes from Staten Island.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
See, I gotta go buy a globe. That's my problem.
Those are useful.
I don't know where the hell shit's at. I just don't. That's
It's
awesome, though.
Rand McNally.
How's it been? Yeah, exactly. How's it been? I mean, being, all the comedy clubs are closed. We know that, right? And just you got to be going stir crazy, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. But like a lot of people are trying to do these virtual shows, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's just not the same. No audience. I can't get into it.
Yeah, there's nothing to play off of.
Yeah.
And how do you know if a joke lands or not, right?
Right?
And
Yeah. How do you pause?
You start laughing at yourself. I'm like, ugh.
You get a thumbs up in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep pushing a little heart.
Let me ask you. Just it's hard. The comedians, you guys, no crowd and this and that. And this weekend is WrestleMania weekend, and I don't watch a lot of newer wrestling. I do watch a lot of older stuff and a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. I do are the old school, wrestling. And this is WrestleMania weekend, and they're doing it without a crowd there. And I'm not. I've got access to the network and can watch it. I'm not. This is usually my Super Bowl weekend. Of wrestling. I do watch it for a week or two to WrestleMania, but I hear Rogan and all these other comedians I follow, and I respect you guys, man. It's great. But I can't imagine going on like right now with us and just telling a few jokes. If I was a comedian, it's like the guys and girls that are performing at WrestleMania. There's no audience there. You can't play off of that, man. You just got to be going crazy right now. What do you think? Should you go on like you are right now and try to go on and tell a joke or be a story comedian if there's no audience out there? Or is it like wrestling? I'm just not going to I'm opting out to even watch it because I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer here. But anyway, I'm just wondering, how's that affecting you, man? Are you doing okay? Not being able to get that out of your head?
Like I said, I'm just waiting so we can actually have an audience somewhere, and I'll figure it out from there. I'm just mostly trying to rewrite stuff, rework stuff, do all the background stuff that you have to get done before you actually get on stage, and I'll rehearse all that stuff before I have an audience, and I'll worry about the audience when I'm able to. I'm not going to sit there saying, hey, pull the old Hulk Hogan. Who's out there? What do we got?
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Most of the comedians that I follow or listen to on a podcast, that's what they're saying, the same thing. And not trying to leave anyone else out of conversation, guys. Jump in. I'm just saying, as a performer, and WrestleMania is the biggest stage of professional wrestling, but I'm just saying, even on local or regional shows or whatever, or other companies that do professional wrestling around the world, I can't. It has to be so hard to perform. Well, you probably have, 5 or 10 fans, but get out there with no fans in the audience, because we do it when everyone, comedians, I'm sure you love it. Wrestling, you do it because you love it. Podcast, we do it because you love it. But if there's no one out there to listen and cheering you on or laughing at your jokes, it's like, man, it's all right here. But
yeah, I think we're all going a little crazy with that.
Yeah,
like all athletes. I know, Fred, you're into, NASCAR and racing. I know with that, it's the same thing. I mean,
there's nothing going on.
How do you have an event with no audience?
Seriously, me and my wife are swingers, and we're really having a hard time right now. It's fucking
yeah, you and your wife being swingers. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, the swingers that hit the hardest. Really.
Oh, man. Hey, you all got to check out my swingers YouTube video where I made the local news about swinging, by the way.
Oh, my God. You have to send me a link, Bobby.
Oh, we are in.
I'll do my best to do it on YouTube. It was on the local news, and then also it blew up. And back, it's been about 3 years ago. because I'm not on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, as you guys know. But yeah, then someone took and edited it and put some really funny graphics and stuff in it. But it has the actual news footage of me in it about being a swinger. But basically, I went to the store to play lottery about 2:00 in the afternoon. And there's literally from this store I went to, there's about 3 churches within a 2-block radius, a grade school, middle school. And I get out of the car, and this guy comes with a camera on his shoulder. Now, I know who he is. He's a local newscaster, whatever. He used to work for a local state. He's worked for several of these. And he said, hey, let me ask you the question, the man on the street question. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about, man? And he goes, hey, I'd like to put you on camera and ask you a question. I said, what's the question? He said, I can't tell you until we go on the camera. And I was like, okay. He says, so basically what it was, there was a swingers house in my hometown, which is a really small town, and I guess it was on the news the night before and in the paper and this and that, but I thought the guy was ribbing me. I thought I was on punk or something. So he said, what do you think about the swingers house? So he added a little bit, because I said, hell, I don't know. But I said, so he got on, I said, well, but which I feel this way. I'm not saying I haven't been out there and done a few things and this and that, but basically I said, hell, have them call me. I'm single. Give them my number.
Yeah, man.
They had these very conservative people that were getting this parking lot that a store that generally in the afternoon has about probably 2 or 3 cars in it, because in the morning it's a store. People go to morning or evening, but afternoon I go up there and play at fucking I played my retirement system is a fucking Kentucky lottery. You know what I'm saying? So right. I go get my retirement tickets. They get these very conservative people giving their opinions at first, and then here's me, very liberal, outspoken. Hell, I don't know. Give them my number. Tell them I'm single. I don't, and that's what they put on the local news. They blew it up. I'll send you the link. It's really funny.
That's awesome.
Oh, I have to see this.
You gotta send it. Hey, Fred, could you do me a favor, Fred? I think that you're crackling in the background. Can you put the earbuds in?
Yeah, I tried that. It's still cracking. I don't know what's going on. I got some because it's coming out on my end too with you guys. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when I muted you, I didn't hear the crackling, so I just.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's. Coming
Are you driving while you're doing this, or what's going on?
No, I'm not driving while I'm drinking. I got 5 kids in my house, so I'm.
Holy
that.
That's why he's in the car in the
Exactly.
driveway, because he has 5 kids.
At least he's not doing an online live suicide here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, David, I'm gonna cut out and then come back in and see if that.
All right, buddy. That sounds good. Thanks. There we are.
There we go.
Yeah, I heard the crackling. I was wondering what was going on.
So it was me.
Yeah. No.
This
you're
time
great.
it wasn't you.
Hey, Dave, learn how to use a phone. Turn it sideways, man. It'll be bigger video.
There we go. That's 100% better.
You're on your side. No, yours didn't change. Okay, go over the way you were. As is Corporal. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's so funny. So it's got to be really difficult, Bobby, because I know that you do a lot of conventions, and you do them both regionally and nationally.
Yeah.
And those are obviously not happening right now. And, getting out and being able to meet the fans, that's got to be brutal, man, not being able to do that.
I don't know why, but some people do still buy my picture, but I go out and push my books mostly at the conventions or do pictures with fans, on their phones now. We used to do Polaroids back in the day. But, there was a couple I was going to try to get to, and that was where I'm at in Kentucky. There's a lexicon, and some of these things have gotten postponed, and you can't get out to them. So it is what it is. But also, I still do. I went to the post office yesterday. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. But I still mail a few books out here and there. But it's nothing like being in front of the fans, because when I go to whether it be a local wrestling event or go to a bigger event like a lexicon, or like I go to Wrestle K down in the North Carolina area, Winston-Salem area, stuff like that. You interact with people, and you get to talk to them and shake their hand. Someone comes up and give you a hug that you haven't seen for a while. And it is really, and me as a fan when I was younger, growing up and stuff too. It's not so much even that I'm there to push a book or a T-shirt or give you an autograph. It's because some of these people have been wrestling fans like I am, and we see our friends. We catch up. I had a Saturday, March the 14th, I guess it was, up in Ohio. I was scheduled for one up there. It got canceled. They moved it to April. It's not going to happen in April. But there's so many other guys that are bigger stars than I was or I am, because I'm not. I'm just a guy sitting there drinking some beer, having a good time with you guys. But I had a table reserved and this and that. And I knew a lot of the guys that I've known through the years that I was looking forward to seeing, And also fans will write me that I know personally, like that's been friends that's become fans or fans that's become friends through the years. And you're like, fuck, it's not about selling you the book. There's some of them's already read it, they even downloaded it, or I've sent it to them, whatever it may be, bought it at another, convention or what have you. But you're like, you just really want to see that person again because they live in a different country. Like I have friends in Philadelphia or friends in New York or Baltimore on the East Coast. I got a couple friends out in California. Now I've got new friends in Chicago, But I mean, you meet people and there's nothing more than that human interaction of like, when you connect and they say, I like this story, or do you remember when you wrestled this guy or this and that, and you can talk to them and you get that feedback, and that's why I was getting about the comedians, you get that instant feedback, like, oh, okay. Like my book is not a New York Times bestseller, whatever it is. So that makes me want to say, I'm gonna write a better fucking book or a better story.
Yes, yeah.
I did a little short story. I've done one on Christmas. I've done one in erotica that I think it's kind of about swinging, kind of about that lifestyle. Just saying, but 10 copies. It only sells 10 copies. I need to write a better erotic romance. You know what I'm saying? It pushes you to make yourself better. And of course, love is marketing, which I don't know what the fuck. I got the degree, but what does that mean, right? If you got the degree, I could have a fucking GED or I could have a fucking PhD. It don't matter. If you don't market it and no one knows about it, what are you going to do, right?
Spitting in the wind, brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta say, I am so grateful for social media right now, and especially YouTube. Because it's really, it's enabling us to make these connections that, we'd make otherwise and stay connected and to, still have conversation with people. And even if you're not quite face to face, it's still a good way to, get to know new people and, hang out and not feel like we're all alone in the house.
That's why we're doing the virtual happy hours because, for people that we haven't had a chance to kind of connect face to face with, it's just a great opportunity to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying these. I've come on now. It's my third time doing this with you guys, and every time it's a blast. I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm getting nice and drunk in the afternoon.
I know, right? That's the best part. We've got an excuse to drink.
That's it. Everyone goes, well, if I'm going to be part of the panel, I'm going to have to be, hammered. Yeah.
I know. We got people pre-gaming.
Yeah. Well, so Swami, how about you? Your fans miss you?
I haven't been doing very much content lately, honestly, and
I know
your ass.
I'm gonna do a video this week. I'm gonna review something, but I've been just having fun doing lives on other channels like you guys. I did Rod J Ventures last week. I've done a Mash and Drum the week before.
Oh, nice.
With Scott from Scotch Has Dummies last Friday. And, just hanging out and chatting with people. I won't lie, I'm getting a little antsy, and I want to go back to the real world again. But this stuff does help a bit. It really removes the feeling of claustrophobia of always being inside your condo apartment, or I guess in some cases people have houses and whatnot. It's just,
Yeah, we agree with you 100% because, we've both been home, for the last 3 weeks.
Well, for me,
now.
It's not a huge difference because I'm a writer. I work from home.
You work from home a lot.
Always.
Yeah.
But it's different because you're here always
now because I travel a lot for my gig, and obviously no one's traveling now. So I've been home the last 3 weeks, and I'll be home probably for the next 3 weeks. And I'm just hoping that, I make it through it. She doesn't kill me in my sleep.
Anybody is going to go crazy. It's going to be you. Because you're just not good with confinement and with being told you can't do something.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
There are a lot of nice positives coming out of this, though, that I've noticed. I actually get along with my wife. I didn't realize that until a lot of this shit happened. I read some shit. The crime rate is down like 90% in North America. There's like no crime anymore. People aren't breaking into shit. No one's getting murdered. No crime is getting stolen.
But just think, after this is all over, the divorce rate's going to go up 190,000%.
Oh, it's going to be free.
I've learned I got a lot more patience than I thought my Italian ass had, though, my wife.
So,
how about you, Dave? What are you doing with your time now?
I'm not involved with the crime rate anymore, so that's good. Although there's some maniacs that are still out there. Like a couple towns away, there were some people out in putting on hazmat suits and doing, forced entries and shit like that. They're saying they're out, trying to clean up the area.
Oh
hey, we just wanted to talk to you and check your house. I'm like, people still fall for that?
Oh, degenerates never sleep, right?
Yeah.
But thankfully, overall crime is down. So,
well, I just
want to stop the true maniacs.
Honestly.
That's a good thing. I didn't even think about the positive like that would come out of it, like crime rates going down. And I wonder if child abuse is up.
Spousal abuse,
Son of a
yeah.
bitch. Spousal abuse,
I know I'm beating the hell out of you, so.
But he's into that, so it's okay.
It's true. It's true. I lock him in rooms.
She only hits me when you're not looking. Don't worry.
And when you're not listening.
Yeah.
I'm fine. The dinner's always on time, so it doesn't worry about it.
Hey, Fred's back. Let's see if the problem's all fixed here. Let's add him to the stream.
Bring him back.
Hey, Fred, how you doing?
I don't know, man. It just comes and goes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Just let me know if it gets too crazy again. I'll show.
Sounds good. I don't hear any crackling. Yeah.
Red Hot Smoking Wife just joined us. Say hi to Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Hello.
Cheers to you. Hey, Fred, could you let her hold the camera and keep it on her?
Yeah.
Dude, I love you and all, but man, it does say actually on Fred's Twitter profile that it says something like my hot smoking wife, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah.
I love beer and my red hot smoking wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, so you guys are, in close quarters now, how's everything going? You hanging in there?
Yeah, we got our moments. The kids me and her are actually getting along better than we ever did. It's the kids that are tearing us up.
Yeah.
Dude, you got 5 kids and all 7 of you are stuck in the house. Oh, well, I'd get a rope in a chair.
Yeah.
Our oldest boy just turned 18 and he wanted to go stay with his girlfriend. And I said, well, you're 18, go ahead, have at it. So he's been over there for a few weeks and, but it's still, I just feel really bad for the kids because they want to do stuff. They want to go to I don't even want to let them go to the park, me climbing around on that jungle gym or somebody left snot or something on there. And because the whole thing is we got to just keep everybody safe. And it's just hard to explain to the kids, that they can't go to their friends and they can't do this. And, but it's a wake up call for everybody, it's helping, my kids learn not to take toilet paper for granted. And
I think all of us learn that.
Wow.
It's helping me take for granted that I just can't go to Walmart and expect there's going to be ground beef on the shelf. You know what I mean? It's a wake up call for everybody. And most importantly, I hope it's a wake up call to the government, to understand they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job. I love my country, but I think that this is going to be a wake-up call to them too, that we aren't prepared for something like this. So,
well, this is the first, of at least our generation of this kind of situation I think that people, even with the H1N1 that was not all that long ago, it obviously didn't get as big as what we have currently here today. Mm-hmm. But, you would think that those little micro kind of, epidemics, if you will, would kind of, you get lessons learned and, you would stockpile a little bit more stuff just in case of situations like this. But, hopefully this is the one that they learn from.
All I know is the doomsday preppers are lapping at it today. That's
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now. I'm in my bunker eating my crab dinner and the rest of you guys are panicking in the streets.
Yeah, I'm just as bad. I don't, I didn't plan or no. I don't think I know anyone that plans for stuff like this. But all I know is I used to, spin the toilet paper like Wheel of Fortune. Now I'm like, It's like I'm cracking it like a safe now.
Oh man, about that toilet paper. You know how I live alone. My boy's a little bit older now. And so I can't. Well, I have one. Thankfully, I have two, but one of them is currently. He served 4 years in the Marines. He got out. Now he's in the Army. And he's got like another year in the Army. So I'm thankful for that. My other boy, he's down in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, working at a warehouse. And so, you got to keep those goods and services moving. But on the toilet paper thing, living alone, you kind of think about things and this and that. I certainly, I know about what I use personally. But the other day I was sitting there having a shit because that's where great thoughts come to you, right? And I back to when I was about 10 years old. And I'm sitting there, I get ready to get my toilet paper. You used to like rolling it off like you do. I just roll it off, wipe your ass, go on. Well, right. as I did that the other day, it's been 3 or 4 days, maybe a week or so ago. And I flashed back to when I was about 10 years old, and my grandmother saying, "Boy, you sure use a lot of toilet paper in there." I made sure I got good and clean. You know what I'm saying? It hit me that went for. I use wipes too, wet wipes, because I like that. Oh yeah, having a shot over there. But you go wipe your ass, and I'm like, I just went and done it like you were saying, Dave. You just get the little purchase in. You're going for the bonus round in The Price is Right or whatever. Yeah. I did that for a second. I was like, wait a minute here. So I had that momentary flashback, and I was like, okay, you better slow down.
Take it back. Take it back.
We ordered toilet paper from the only place, because they've been out of it in all the stores here. So we ordered it from Staples online, which is a weird place to order toilet paper from. They were the only ones that had it. It took them, they were backlogged a month. For it, but we just got it at the door the other day, and I opened the door.
Celebration.
I'm like, sweet Jesus!
Let's give you toilet paper.
It was like somebody dropped off bars of gold at our front door.
I know.
Wow. Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
I have some. I have wipes and this and that, and I did go out to the store today, and as I was leaving the second store I went to, they had several bigger, larger packages, and I was like, I'm good for now, so who knows what's next, but I'm good for the next couple of weeks. I know that without flashing back to boy, you use a lot of toilet paper. I'm using just the right amount right now.
I tell you, we even went online to go look at those, because they have those bidets that
bio bidet.
They're like a bio bidet.
Because all the countries I've been to other countries that have bidets, and I thought, maybe I can get some kind of hell. Maybe someone sponsor me. Wash my ass. I don't know. those bidets you can get, I guess, them off Amazon or somewhere. And I'm not here promoting bidets, but I was like, hell, maybe I've been thinking about that for like a year now, thinking, was my water pressure here enough or not? But I thought you got to jump in a shower or run a fucking garden hose up your ass. I don't know.
I'll tell you, the new showers at our new place in New Orleans, both of them have handheld attachments.
But I'm not going to go from the shitter to the shower. That's pretty.
What's worse than that, though, Dave? I told my boy. Let me tell you the worst than that. When you take a good, clean shower, because you're in there getting clean and this and that, and you take it, you're just feeling really good. And you get out, you dry off this, and you got to take a shit. That's worse.
That is the worst feeling.
Worse than taking a shit and having to wash your ass in the shower. I'll wash my ass in the shower. That's fine. But when you get that good, clean shower, and about 5 minutes later you're putting a sock on or your underwear on or whatever you're doing, and you got a shit, that's the worst, man.
Yeah.
Girls don't have these
problems. Bad planning, Bobby, is what that is.
I don't know, man.
The worst is when you just get out of the shower because you're still all wet. And you get on that seat.
Yeah.
Slidey and shit. You're
the fucking toilet seat. Yes, that's it. You might as well take a fucking shower.
So when you do that, you can get right back in the shower.
You can get back in the shower. You might as well wash that ass again.
Yeah.
You guys might as well cut out the middleman and just shit in the shower then. Jesus, you gross motherfuckers.
There's garbage disposal in there. You'll be fine.
What, you Kramer? Making a salad in the shower back when the old salad, you might as well shit in the shower. I don't know. I don't know about that, Juliet. I don't know.
Hey, whatever works.
Whatever works, yeah.
We're just problem solvers. That's all.
That's right. You had a problem, we solved it.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
talk
that
about
makes
you talk about them bidets. I went and looked at a house several months back, and it had this beautiful bathroom. You know, this fancy commode. I ain't never seen a toilet like it. So I don't know, but it had this damn knob on it, and it looked like a timer. Well, I'm standing in front of the commode, and I'm like, well, what is this knob for? I turned that damn knob, and wouldn't you know, that water hit me square right between the eyes, man.
Holy shit.
I had no idea what that was. That's the first time I ever seen one of them things.
Today, Fred, to this day, Fred thinks that's a water fountain.
I didn't know if I should open my mouth or what.
Oh, shit.
That's how COVID-19 spread.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's undercooked bats and bidets.
Oh, man.
That's water from out.
And also, according to the New York Post, eating ass is a reason.
Eating
That was an
ass.
actual headline they had.
Oh, now there's some quality journalism for you right there.
Oh, yeah. I did say New York Post.
Yeah.
Was this an investigative report, or was it just an op-ed piece?
I think it was the headline, so who knows?
New York Post, another version of toilet paper.
I love how the news right now because people aren't freaked out enough. Now they're telling all the parents because of everyone staying home all the time that the pedophiles are out like crazy on the internet and trying to get on the kids and shit. I was watching.
Oh my God. Everybody panic about everything.
Hey, while we're at it, I do want to shout out a couple people that are in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got Mike from Lottery of Life. We got Charles Ashworth, who says, by the way, something that we were talking about earlier, he says some of us still have to travel. Yes, essential jobs do still have to travel. And if you're taking public transportation or air trans, woof, man, stay safe out there, Charles. That is brutal.
Smart decisions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Nero Triggers out there. We got Brett Morris and, of course, Andrew Sherwin.
Our PETM buddy.
Our PETM buddy. Exactly. And that's exactly how we met Fred, as a matter of fact.
That's right. Yeah.
And now we got to meet Carrie Ann. Could you just put her back on for another half hour?
Here, hang on. Let me adjust my camera here. David, the producer, taught me how to do this stuff.
There we go.
Hey, Kellyanne. Look at it. You're awful quiet in the background.
Yeah, no, jump in
Hey,
anytime.
blink twice if you're in trouble.
I'll be doing that all night.
I'm going to step away for 2 seconds. I got to grab a beer and it's over here off camera.
You got
All right.
Hey, did we get Andrew? Did you send him a link or no?
Oh, you know what? I didn't get
I
a
know
chance
you
to send him
meant
a link.
to.
Yeah. You know what? That's my bad.
Bad producer.
Yeah.
Bad show host.
Juliet, what are you drinking?
I have made myself a batch of vanilla green tea that I've spiked up with bourbon honey and the rest of my old granddad 114.
Ah, that's fancy.
Nice.
And you were making fun of me last week about grapefruit and gin.
I'm still drinking whiskey, and it's 114 proof, and there's no fruit in here.
All right. I'm having right now 4
Like a
roses.
grown up.
Dave, what
There
do
we
you
go. Oh, I'm just drinking larceny. I'm just taking it easy this week. Yeah. What is this, 90 proof?
Well, something like that.
90, 92 proof, I think.
Standard proof.
Yeah. That's kind of my go-to because, you can get a nice size bottle and it's really high corn.
It's a weeder.
It's a weeder.
You
It's
like
what I
weeders.
kind of dig.
Yeah.
What do you think of the old Ezra barrel proof?
The what?
Old Ezra.
I don't remember. I know I've had it, but for the life of me, I can't recall what I thought of it.
I was about to go buy a bottle today, and the liquor store lineup was around the block, and I was like, do I want whiskey or do I want to die? I don't know. And I just went home and said, fuck it.
Yeah, lining up for a bottle of bourbon, I cannot support that. I mean,
There's my Ellsworth Brooks right there.
look at that. Well played.
You see what I had to settle for at the liquor store?
I went with the green label Jack.
You got the Jack. Is that the rye or is that the which that looks like the rye, right? It's a green label.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tennessee whiskey. I don't know. It was a gift. I'm just gonna drink it.
Okay, Fred, what the hell did you hold up?
Well, that's what I was getting at. I mean, I had to settle, I guess, just like the run on the toilet paper, they had a run on Fireball. I had to buy. All they had was about these little airplane bottles left over, so I had to buy about, I think, 20 to 25. I'd have to count.
There you
them
go. Sometimes the airplane bottles say, look here, I got the Elzra, I got the airplane bottles, and I'm getting ready to start another beer. But here's the thing, that there, I was wondering if you was ever going to bring that whiskey up. That's a pretty damn good whiskey from here in Kentucky, man.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad. Just saying. But when I drink Jack Daniels, usually someone else has bought me a shot or it's a gift. I do like it, but usually that's a gift. So I appreciate you saying that, So
Bottles up, y'all.
Bottles up.
all right.
Cheers.
Ooh,
I love virtual happy hour.
right, me too.
I love this. And thank you guys for coming on, man. You guys are all awesome.
You're never an
Hey,
alcoholic.
glad to be here.
What was that, Swami?
You're not an alcoholic if you're not drinking alone. So
That's true.
See,
Uh-oh.
I told you.
Then we got problems.
Well, you're not
You're not
alone.
alone,
I'm
you're
just not in the
together,
same
too.
room.
That's right.
if you're
Yeah.
drinking on the shitter, then you got problems, bud.
No.
I'm still trying to figure out how we play virtual darts and pool together. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say we could try a Cards Against Humanity game. That's probably our best bet.
That's our best bet.
Yeah,
Or each lay out a twister. Take off our clothes and see what happens.
we're not playing
Get a little
Twister.
weird.
I haven't seen the sun in a week. I'm pretty pasty. You don't want to see me naked right now.
Yeah, I'm almost gelatinous.
No.
I have seen no sun.
You did. We were in the sun yesterday.
Yeah, but I didn't get
Oh,
any.
you're fine. Simmer down over there.
Don't worry,
Well,
you're gonna settle with the swamp ass soon enough. Relax.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, I love the humidity of the South, like New Orleans and August. I love it. I love that heat. And
Oh,
just
God.
oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, oddly, we're fans of humidity. I know not many people say that. Every time we go down to Florida, it's just like, it's nice and humid.
I know. I just want to lay and be like, oh, just wash over me. I love it.
Come down
Yeah.
to
So good.
Montreal in the summer. You're gonna love it. It's just humid and sticky and disgusting.
It's all good.
Well, how long is your summer? 3.5 weeks?
No, our summers are pretty good. They usually kick off at around June and they last till September. Thank you, global warming.
Yeah, pretty soon, Canada's going to be the new Brazil.
Mm.
Well, who's getting the Canadian wax?
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what that looks
Please.
like.
It's just the paint. It's literally just the paint.
Ouch, eh?
They make an
Sorry.
airplane strip out of the
Sorry.
taint. Oh God, that's gross.
I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be back.
You got it.
All right.
So, what's your plans for tonight, Bobby? You got anything going on? I mean, I know we're all stuck at home, but I know you do a lot of podcasts and you guest on a lot of
Yeah.
shows.
I guess I did Friday. I did a couple hours for an old school wrestling. I recorded a couple programs for the old Smoky Mountain territory. Shout
Nice.
out to booking the territory. So I done those tonight. Honestly, that's what I was going to tell you guys earlier. I wasn't sure how much before everyone else comes on this and that. Man, I usually they're in repeats, which they are repeats of repeats. I usually watch Finn Goalie on a Saturday night, which I'm not going to this evening. I do like that though on a Saturday evening. But I've been on Dexter. I'm on season 2 for like the 5th time on Dexter, and I'm probably going to sit here and watch. I pulled up, believe it or not, what I think I'm going to watch tonight instead of Dexter because that's kind of dark and. Like I said, this is 5th time through. I haven't watched it for a couple of years. I think tonight I'm doing Monty Python. I really do.
That's a good time.
nice.
You know, you mentioned Svengoolie. I interned for him when I was in college, and it
I
was
really
the
close to that. Cool.
coolest experience of my life. I mean,
Yep.
what a fun, just hysterical guy. He's going to be on the podcast. just, once all this stuff
kind of
dies down.
Yeah. Once it dies down a little bit, Rich Codes will be on the show.
Yeah.
Rich is awesome. She used to be the one that threw the rubber chickens at him.
I did.
Absolutely right on. Yeah, but I think I'm doing Monty Python tonight. Also, I was going to tell you, it's really good about this interaction on Twitter, and I hope you guys follow me, and I'll try to follow everyone else back, the other panelists. I try to do 100% follow back. Because that's my only social media. What I was going to say is Juliet, I know you've interviewed all these other comedians and stuff, but I was going to tell you, a couple years ago on Super Bowl Sunday, you did Burt Kreischer. And I was like, I already had plans for the Super Bowl later that day, but man, you kind of like, I kind of pre-gamed with you. I was listening to you. Yeah, I was listening to you and Bert, and I was like sitting there hammering a couple of beers back, waiting for my ride for later on. Super Bowl, and I was like, cause I did all your stories about Crazy Town and this and that, and you, and so it's one of those things where you hate to be fanboy. But when you meet people, you're like, I enjoy your writing and this and that. And again, I hope to get to know everyone else as well. And Dave and I kind of spoken on Twitter, but then also DMs. I wish more girls would DM me. I don't know what the fuck the problem is.
I wish more girls would DM me too.
Bobby, I'm just that much more into you than the girls. I'm sorry. I fanboying on you.
Hey, let me tell you what I did. This is no shit. I posted a picture from about a year ago that I took of the back of my hair, which was a lot longer. It wasn't quite a mullet. And I took, one of those things, and I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but what I put was, when I originally posted, the last I'll see of this blonde, because I know the lights behind me, you can't really see it. It's gray and blonde, but it was pretty long. I posted that, and man, I got about 3 fucking DMs from guys about my hair. It was a year ago, and I said something like, last I'll see it this gray. So I reposted it just a couple weeks ago, like for a year anniversary thing. Yeah. And I really did. You can't probably tell here, but I did take care of my hair really good. I always took pride in it. It's been blessed, whatever. And I got like 3 fucking deals from guys about, hey, man, what? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a dude, first of all. And but that kind of guy, that's not my type. You know what I'm saying? They say, well, because I say this, and I say it jokingly, but if someone leaves a review for one of my books, I love reviews of my books. But if you go there and say, well, Bobby Blaze sucks, well, that might be true, but it's none of your fucking business. Who or what but I had my book pinned a bunch of reviews, and I usually get a decent review. When you review a book, you review it. Just say, oh, the good read or whatever it is. But if you do a personal attack, that's like, that might be true, but that's beside the fucking point, Jack. So when I post my hair and I don't get any DM from girls anymore, I'm like, fuck, it's back to the paid services. How am in the car, do the deed, and get out of the car. Okay, get the fuck out. Whatever. Just here having a good time.
All right, this is our next mission. We got to get Bobby laid.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not the problem. I can get laid. I gotta. My problem is relationships. I don't want a relationship.
Oh, I get it.
I'll tell you what. I'm hooked up with this person that's, you call it friend with benefit, traveling nurse. It works out really good. So she's right now on the front lines, and bless your hearts, all you nurses and doctors and frontline workers right now. It's incredible that they're out there doing this and making these sacrifices. I mean,
absolutely.
She's a traveling nurse, and I haven't seen her. I was trying to figure it out in my head. It's like, I honestly think it might have been the last week of February, first week of March, since I've even seen it. We'll text or whatever, but you're like, it's not the same as, like you said, Dave, getting laid, but at least, what she's doing is more important than what we're doing here tonight, just having a few drinks and kicking back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let's throw a big cheers up to all the healthcare workers there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We know, and I'm sure we all know, nurses or a doctor or, probably more in my case, a janitor that works in a hospital. But all the people that are in that environment, I mean, that's a lot of guts. I mean, they're risking their life every freaking single day.
Yeah.
And Dave, you can't forget the girls that just like to dress up like nurses either.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Those are my favorite kind.
Yeah.
They're risking their life if they're hanging out with me.
No, you're risking your life.
there's all aspects of it too. Like I took on a new job just a few weeks ago. I left the construction company because they shut down because of the virus.
Right.
For those of you who don't know me, I am a truck driver. So
Yeah.
I took a job with a recycling place. Well, I picked up a 40-yard dumpster that I do every week now from the hospital, and it's supposed to be, regular refuse, from the cafeteria and whatnot, but they pay big money for that. So they're trying to sneak in all the contaminated stuff into my
Of
dumpster.
course.
Oh,
And I'm the only one. There was about 10 people standing in that area where the dock is, the loading dock and whatnot, taking in, receiving and stuff like that. I'm the only guy out there that didn't have a mask and gloves, and none of the hospital workers, of course, with what's going on, I respect it. They're not going to offer me a mask and gloves, but one of the other fellows that was making a delivery said, "Hey man, you're nuts doing this with no mask and gloves on," and he brought me a mask and some gloves. But I mean, it's an essential job that one of the things that people in this country don't look at, and I'm not asking for props or nothing, but there's a lot of different aspects of people that have to work right now.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to work, trust me, I would be in sheltered in place, because this is a pretty big deal. The numbers, the staggering numbers, they prove it. So it's foolish if you don't have to be out of the house to be running around and doing, letting your kids go over here and there and you running around. But for people that have to be out, I mean, it's a tough decision to make. No
doubt. And Fred, truckers are the only ones that are keeping the freaking economy going right now.
Exactly.
Oh, man, for sure, man.
And it's been that way a lot in our history. It's just, I think a lot of people are seeing it now, but it's always been that way. I mean, when without trucks.
But no one ever looked at it that way. That was the crazy thing, is that they go, we got trains, we got planes, we got boats, stuff gets around. But now,
imagine your trash piling up at your house. I mean, you don't think about something like that until it happens.
Exactly.
What I mean?
Yep.
So the trash men are still running, and that's the thing too. They're picking up dirt and whatever. I mean, people. It's hard to believe what people throw in the trash, but it's there's a lot of things going on where people can be contaminated, and it's a question in my mind every day. Do I go to work, or do I stay home and wait for the government to bail me out? You know what I mean? So I continue to do what I'm doing, and I just have to have faith that I'm not gonna crawling around at the landfill. I'm not gonna step on something that's going to be contaminated.
Well, be careful out there, Fred. I know that's easy to say.
Please. And I live in a small town, and I know 3 out of, this sounds like a dentist thing, the 3 out of 4, the 4 out of 5 dentists, but no, I know 3 out of 4 of the trash men that come through my neighborhood, and they come each Monday. And the last 2 Mondays, no lie, I've waved out that curtain that's behind me to a guy that's the driver, because he's a huge wrestling fan, and but we're friends not because of wrestling, you know what I'm saying? And I used to see him at shows and conventions that local or whatever, but within this tri-state area, meaning West Virginia, Kentucky, and Ohio, he goes to a lot of shows within a couple hours of here. So I know he's a good fan, but of pro wrestling, like comedians, whatever, podcaster, whatever. But dude, I was like waving out the window at him right here behind me, because I like seeing that guy, and he knows I like him and his buddies that he's introduced me to on that truck. Yeah. And this past Monday, I just had went out taking my trash out, and a young boy's walking down the alley. I don't know who it was, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm just flipping tops." What he was doing was going through and flipping, so the truck could come here and get him. You know what I'm saying? I never had seen him, so I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But I'm so thankful, because like you said, there was a time I lived in Baltimore. I think it was 85. I lived in different places, Tampa, Orlando, Baltimore, Knoxville, whatever. But I was in Baltimore. I want to say it was 85. I could be wrong that year. And they had a trash strike. And I was living with my grandmother. I was a lot younger. I lived with my grandmother, my uncle. Man, and that trash just kept getting bigger on the corners and the street. And it was really bad, so you don't realize until And I haven't been ordering anything like pizzas or going through drive-thrus and stuff myself. That's just me. But I've talked to my nephew in Cincinnati, my son in Cincinnati. There's a lot of people still out there doing services, like I said, doctors, nurses, whatever, but also the trash man or the people. My son, the one in Cincinnati, works at a loading place, DHL or whatever the fuck it is. They're getting stuff off the planes internationally, putting it back on there.
Yeah.
Get your shipments out, you know what I'm saying, through DHL, through the airlines, and they're like a major hub. And I'm like, fuck. But then you take something you think, and truckers, I've always had a lot of respect for truckers because out on the road, we're driving like when I was wrestling full time. You're getting on a plane, you're getting off the plane, then you're driving. Got to get to that next town. Them truckers are your buddies because you see them going, you know what they're doing. And so I've had a lot of respect for them way back in the, CB days or whatever. But we don't realize until something like this happened, like, holy fuck, if that truck driver didn't deliver this toilet paper, or
there would be no retail right now.
Can pick up your trash that week.
That's right.
That's one thing I've been saying for a couple of weeks. I think I said it on your show last week, Dave. Is a lot of people are forgetting just the fucking grocery workers. Fucking
yes,
just support the bag boy, all the rest of that shit. Those guys are the ones that are like literally in the middle of this pandemic, like, and they're going to work every fucking day, risking their shit for less than fucking minimum wage.
And they're running.
So they're getting no fucking love at all.
Yeah.
And they're running across 300 people a day.
Yeah.
They're, so
and they're inside. They're not even outside. At least in the air, you're kind of away from that shit. They're in there.
Wow, I didn't even think about what Fred said. They have 300 people probably coming through. That whole thing.
Yeah,
the chances of them getting it. We just there's a suburb here in Chicago called Evergreen Park, and 2 people at Walmart just contracted it, or just died from having contracted it, which were like, holy shit, crazy.
Did you guys see that on CNN, and it was on YouTube too? I posted it on Twitter the other day. But this old guy in Detroit, he posted a video.
The bus driver.
Yeah, the bus driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
City bus driver.
That's it.
He posted a video about a week or 2 before he died, but he posted a video about how he has to keep going to work because he's a city employee, and they didn't shut down the transportation, which I think maybe they should. But whatever, regardless. Anyhow, he posted a video about people coughing on the bus and not covering their mouth or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sure as shit, after he posted the video, he tested positive and he ended up dying from it.
That's insane.
I told my wife 3 weeks ago to get the fuck off the bus, man. I said, walk to work. Fuck that shit. Don't get on that bus, man.
Right.
Yeah.
They should shut I understand people got to go to work and they don't have vehicles, but we got to do a little bit more to try to contain this. You know what I mean? That's just, because you got 30, 40 people on a bus and they're coughing. And I mean, how are you supposed to contain it? So we have to try to do a little bit more containment type stuff. But what do I know? I'm just a garbage man.
Jake.
That you probably know more what you think you know. Don't discredit yourself. Let's all have a shot.
Yeah, let's all have a shot.
Yeah.
To all the critical workers that are out there today.
Absolutely.
To everybody still out there. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
To everyone still above ground.
Yes.
That's awesome. Guys, you have all been awesome. This has been so cool for to hang out and be able to do stuff like this. We have Bobby Blaze from the WWF. Of course, we have Swami from Malta to Montreal channel. We have Dave Hodge, who is an awesome comedian out of New York. And then, of course, we have the killer Fred and Kellyanne, which, by the way, show Kellyanne again, Fred.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Get ready for a screenshot.
And when you turn the camera back to you, Fred, don't take off your shirt this time.
Yeah.
All right. And Fred is an awesome guy. He's a NASCAR enthusiast. We met him through the PETM podcast, and he's just a great guy. So you guys, I want to give you guys all the opportunity to promote what you want to promote. So Bobby, what do you got going on?
Hey, look here, guys. Please follow me on Twitter at Bobby Blaze 744 because I do follow back, and I'd like to get to know everyone else. I know Dave and Juliet, just from Twitter from Matt, but that's my only social media. I'm not here plugging books, man. I got a couple books, that's fine. But it's just good talking to you guys. It's good to, and of course, it's good to be on this program and having a cyber drink, if you will. So I'm not going to plug anything. I've got some books. They're all available on Amazon under Bobby Blaze Smedley.
Okay, I'll stop you right there, Bobby.
Yeah.
It's Pin Me, Pay Me. You got it. If you're going to pick up one of Bobby's books, get Pin Me,
That's
Pay
the one.
Me. That is an awesome book.
Yeah, that's the best one. Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boostful Travel. Go get that one and leave a review if you want. I appreciate all reviews, but anything more important than that, really, honestly, thanks for having me on the show. It's nice to meet everyone. Get a hold of me on Twitter because that's my only social interaction I have with people, and I appreciate it.
You got it. You got it. And Swami, what are you promoting?
All right. Well, I'm going to promote Bobby Blaze's Pin Me, Pay Me. Because
damn.
I want to know, Bobby, how much will it cost me for you to pin me? Because I'm one of those guys that's messaging you all the time on Twitter. Because seriously, I need some loving. So, you know.
Oh, man. Show me some love.
I'm going to pin for baby.
$2.98. Do you want the $5,000 view or you want the $2 view? It just depends.
Just kick me amongst the breath. Just kick me amongst the breath. You can catch me on Malton in Montreal. I usually maybe once a month will put up a review, and if I'm feeling good, I'll put up 2 a month. Do whiskey reviews, have some fun, don't take shit seriously, and Montreal.
And this is exactly why we love Swami, because his reviews are
so
realistic, sarcastic, hysterical, and if you like bourbon or whiskey, you got to check them out. And then we have our good friend Dave Hodge. Which,
hey there.
Before you start to promoting anything, I gotta say, I wanted to go to all the great places that have comedy in New York, and I'm like, what better way to do that? I'm like, I gotta call Dave Hodge, see if we can hang out. And he took me to the coolest places.
And you two accosted.
We accosted David Tell. We accosted who else did we?
Colin Quinn.
Quinn.
You guys like got hands on with Colin.
Who else was it?
Sherrod Small.
Sherrod Small. That's right. Yeah. So we had such a great time, and if you have an opportunity and you get up to the East Coast, you got to go see Dave Hodge do his comedy. He's hysterical. So with that, go ahead and promote whatever you want, Dave.
Hey, I have one gig left this year that hasn't been canceled. That's at the end of June. I'm doing a fundraiser.
Well, you have your podcast still, don't you?
Due to work restraints and curfew restraints, we've kind of held off on that right now. It's kind of sucks.
Oh, bummer.
The one town where my two co-hosts live, the cops are actually trying to enforce curfew and give out fines and tickets. Bullshit.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. 8:00 curfew, and we usually do our show till 9. Really doesn't help anybody. So we're staying home with our families for right now and enjoying that at least.
Promote it for when it comes back, because I've listened to the many episodes of the podcast, and who else is on the show? You have one that is consistent. Your other comedian buddy.
Well, I have two other hosts. Anthony Ennis.
The other guy's Anthony's kind of in and out though, isn't he?
No, Shay's the one that's not always there because he.
Shay. Okay.
Yes, he works for the electric company in the daytime, and he works a lot of overtime, especially like right now.
Yeah.
So
Right. But go ahead and plug the podcast. I keep jumping in on you.
That's all right. It's the Uncomfortably Funny podcast. We usually stream on Monday nights. We have a great person that voiced over our intro and outro.
I do free work. I'm a complete idiot. I do a lot of free work. I'm cheap and I'm easy, turns out.
Right? That's not a bad thing. I appreciate it. But we do that usually Monday nights. I hope to get back to that soon. And I'm not, guys, it was great meeting all of you. Great doing shots with all of you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
You're awesome.
All right.
And Fred, any parting words? Anything you want to promote? You want to sell us some toilet paper? Anything?
Yeah, I've got a lot of things to promote. I'll try to keep it short, but I'd like to thank you all for having me on the panel, and it's a real honor to be there with y'all. And like to promote, of course, beer.
Yeah.
and the ever so awesome whiskey.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, I like to promote Smoking Hot Wives.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
You can promote that all day long.
Yeah. But anyway, I love the podcast. I'm gonna check y'all out on Twitter. That I'm not following you yet, but as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna check y'all out on Twitter.
Same.
But I can be found on Twitter at NASCARitis. And no, it's not a rash. But anyhow, I appreciate you having me on. And that's pretty much it. Y'all be safe, and I look forward to talking to y'all.
Oh, this has been a blast. Thank you guys so much. I've just had fun talking with y'all whom I've, talked to online so much, but getting to do the face-to-face thing has been a blast.
Very cool. And we want to
Yeah.
thank everyone out in the chat too. We have Mike from Lottery of Life, Billy D showed up, Gaffa Haynes, Not a Great Gamer, Charles Ashworth,
Mad Kiwi,
with Mad
our
Kiwi,
Bourbon Buddies, Whiskey Crusaders.
Gana, Sherwin, everybody.
Sherwin, I'd like to give a shout out to @PETM Podcast.
Hell yeah!
Great NASCAR podcast, and that's how exactly we met you, Fred. So
and I'll tell you what, Twitter. I've never had a social media account ever, and last year I opened my first social media account, which was Twitter. It's my only one that I have now. But
Yeah,
through that, I mean, I did it because of my racing addiction that I have. But anyhow, through that, I've been introduced to so much more than racing, as far as Juliet and David and their podcast, Bourbon Soaked Live, and just meeting all kinds of people, good people, and there's assholes on Twitter, but there's assholes in the gas station down the road too. So
right.
I just, it's just it's been really cool to get on social media, and now it's actually paying off because that's all we have right now.
That's true. Very, very true.
Big shout out to David, man, for doing these every week. They're fucking fun.
Absolutely.
Man. I'm loving them.
Oh, my pleasure, guys. My pleasure. And hopefully next Saturday we'll get a chance to do another one. I actually, there's a couple people that want to come on that could be a lot of fun next week as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
But man, again, guys, just taking an hour out of your day to do this, it means the world to me, means the world to us.
Indeed.
So guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay a little bit lubricated.
Yeah, a little drunk.
A little drunk.
Good.
And I'm sure we'll be on Twitter later on making stupid comments like, "Look at me, I'm not wearing pants."
Yes, and I want some crazy karaoke videos with all
you got it.
all that crazy production shit you do that I can't do from my car.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, y'all.
Have a good night.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.
Where you ran off.